is now streaming live.
Happy Sabbath. Who spoke to us in the morning, Pastor George Maneno. And as you heard in the morning, he just gave us a pre-shot of his message that is going to elaborate in this afternoon. We heard about communication, where we learned that 7% of the communication is verbal or words, and the 93% is non-verbal. So Pastor is going to give us more insight on the same this afternoon. So we encourage all family members who are both at home and in church to log in so that we can have a fruitful session. Before the speaker comes on, let us bow down and pray. Our loving Father who is in heaven, we want to thank you for this afternoon that you've given us and this Sabbath day. Father, it is a communication Sabbath, and we are learning a lot, more so also in relation to education and Christian education and the aspect of family in this journey of Christian life. We want to put our preacher of the afternoon, Pastor George Maneno, in your hands, so that the words that he's going to give us be from you, but not from him, Father. Father, for our members who are logging in at home, we pray that you guide them, you be with them. And for us who have privilege to be in church, we also thank you for this privilege. And we also pray that the systems that you are using be stable, the power be stable, so that your message can get clearly to your people. We are praying this, believing and trusting in your name. At this moment, I'd like to invite Pastor to continue with his program that he started in the morning. So, Pastor Karibu.
Thank you so much, Elder George. My name also George Maneno, so we share the name. Happy afternoon, listeners and viewers. We appreciate your presence. We welcome you to this afternoon program. It's a continuation of what we had in the morning about communication. As we found, communication is key, is the pillar of everything from leadership, family, and even our Lord's communication is very key. So if we can communicate effectively, we make friends. If we communicate poorly, we create chaos. So now, sorry for the morning, the singing was not good. As elders prayed, the system will be working now. Before I start, I will request that I request the technical team to play the song Anania and Sapphira because it was cut off, and then I start my program. Therefore, I call upon my wife to come as we sing that Anania and Sapphira. They cheated and they died. So in our communication, let us not cheat, especially these gadgets of ours, the phone. It has made us to be liars. You are inside your house and you are telling your friend, I'm just here around. So that's a lie. A lie is a lie, whether small or big, and a sin. So the technical crew, you can play that song. We want to sing that song, Anania na Sapphira walimdanganya. So viewers, we want to welcome you. We are going to learn this afternoon how we can communicate effectively, and then I will look up also factors which affect our communication, which actually the devil has capitalized to corrupt our communication. And God never intended our communication to be corrupt. That's why Ephesians 4:29 says that let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth. Words which can edify, which can build, which can give grace, and which can create friendship.
Safira walimdanganya Roho wa Mungu na wote walifariki. Anania na Safira walimdanganya Roho wa Mungu na wote walifariki. Alipoingia Anania kwa mitume aliwaambia, Roho wa Mungu alinigusa, ndipo nikauza shamba na pesa zote ndizo hizi, sifanye kazi ya Bwana na Bwana atatubariki. Alipoingia Anania kwa mitume aliwaambia, Roho wa Mungu alinigusa, ndipo nikauza shamba na pesa zote ndizo hizi, sifanye kazi ya Bwana na Bwana atatubariki. Anania na Safira walimdanganya Roho wa Mungu na wote walifariki. Anania na Safira walimdanganya Roho wa Mungu na wote walifariki. Petero mtu wa Mungu akamuuliza Anania, mbona wadanganya Roho Mtakatifu, umeficha pesa zingi, mbona wadanganya? Petero mtu wa Mungu akamuuliza Anania, mbona wadanganya Roho Mtakatifu, umeficha pesa zingi, mbona wadanganya? Anania na Safira walimdanganya Roho wa Mungu na wote walifariki. Anania na Safira walimdanganya Roho wa Mungu na wote walifariki. Wenzangu, kwetu sisi hii iwe ni onyo. Wenzangu, kwetu sisi hii iwe ni onyo. Tusidanganye Roho wa Mungu, Roho Mtakatifu, tusidanganye Roho wa Mungu, Roho Mtakatifu. Wenzangu, kwetu sisi hii iwe ni onyo. Wenzangu, kwetu sisi hii iwe ni onyo. Tusidanganye Roho wa Mungu, Roho Mtakatifu, tusidanganye Roho wa Mungu, Roho Mtakatifu. Anania na Safira walimdanganya Roho wa Mungu na wote walifariki. Anania na Safira walimdanganya Roho wa Mungu na wote walifariki. Anania na Safira walimdanganya Roho na wote walifariki. Anania na Safira walimdanganya Roho wa Mungu, na wote walifariki.
Yes, Ananias and Sapphira lying tongue. So it's one of the factors which affect communication. A lying tongue. Don't lie. Yeah, that is Proverbs 12:19. Proverbs 12:19 is a verse which directs to our lie. Say, don't lie. So Ananias and Sapphira, you know the story. They cheated the Holy Spirit. They lied, and they got the consequences. Okay, in the morning we learned that we have three types of communication. One is FAPO, another one non-FAPO. We have oral. And then within the non-FAPO, we have object, the things we put on, the styles we keep ourselves. And we found that much of our communication is in non-FAPO, and we have to take care of that. In non-FAPO, we have also tone is there, object communication is there, and body language. Now, we want to move to how to communicate effectively. How to communicate effectively. And I want us to go to few words or terminologies which will help us to communicate effectively. One is timing. Timing is very important. I would like somebody to read for me Proverbs 15, verse 23. Proverbs 15, verse 23, and then verse 28. Proverbs 15, 23, and 28. Somebody to read for me from the audience and the online viewer. Open Proverbs 15, verse 23. What does it say? 15, verse 23. Timing. The word is timing. That we must know when to speak and when to keep quiet. Proverbs 15, 23, and we are going to read also verse 28. 23 says, even nobody has gotten to read, 23 says, a man hath joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good is it? A man hath joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good is it? I'm reading from King James Version. So your version may put it in a clearer way. So when we communicate, we must know the mood. We must read the mood. Don't just communicate. Maybe somebody has been grieved, or somebody has been, having a problem, or is stressed, and you don't read the mood. And then you go to borrow that money from that person, and thieves have stolen from him. And maybe he has told you a story how he was snapped and the money was taken. After finishing the story, and you start saying, even though it happened, but I've come for, you borrow me money. That's a wrong timing. That's a wrong timing. That even it says that a good answer turns away anger. Let us read also verse 15. Proverbs 15, verse 28. It says, the heart of righteous started to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pour out evil things. I repeat, the heart of the righteous started to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pour out evil things. That the righteous man can weigh How do I put this one? How do I answer? But the mouth of the wicked pour out evil. So we must know, we must gauge the season we are, the situation you are. Do I answer here or I keep quiet? Remember in the morning, in Proverbs 17:28, we learned that even a fool, when he keeps quiet, is considered wise. And even 28 says, he who restrains his mouth is wise. So there are some situations where you find out that if you answer something, it can bring a lot of problems. So better you keep quiet. Keep quiet. Maybe there is a quarrel. Maybe a husband that picked a small thing is turning to be a quarrel, or a wife, the best thing, you keep quiet. And you avoid that quarrel. Because that small thing will bring a bigger thing. So we are getting wise teachings from the book of Proverbs. By the way, the book of Proverbs has 1,000 verses. And 900 out of 1,000 is dealing with our speech. Yeah, go and study it. And pick out, underline the verses which deals with our speech. You learn a lot of wisdom on how to communicate. The book of Proverbs. Yeah, we call it the book of wisdom. So it's very important that a heart of a wise man, a righteous man, weighs before it can answer. Yeah, and remember I told you how we use the avenues: 2 ears, 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, and 1 mouth. Use those avenues before you can answer. Before you can answer. That is one of the effective way of effective communication. Yeah, the other one is to promote peace. Proverbs 12, verse 20, that your communication should promote peace all the times. Proverbs 12, verse 20, and it reads from the New King James Version, "Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy." Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy. So let us be ambassadors of peace. But to them who are evil, theirs is, they want to speak something which will annoy you. Do you know that in communication there are people who feel so happy when they trigger one to anger, and they throw a word will provoke you to be angry? So the best remedy I've given you is just keep quiet. Yes. Yeah, people want, we are in the negative. Is to trigger evil, but be an ambassador of peace at all costs. So in our communication, can we be ambassadors of peace? Remember those words that our communication must edify, bring grace, and upbuild one. That's an effective communication of creating a relationship. But do we do that? Most of the time, you find we are looking for mistakes, and that cannot make you to be an ambassador of peace, and it cannot create peace. The other one is don't show annoyance at once. Don't show bitterness at once. Be calm. In James chapter 1, verse 19, we learned that be slow to anger. Slow to speak, slow to anger, but quick to listen. And I told you can win many friends by listening. And I'm going to do it so much on listening. How can we listen? Actively and attentively. Because we learned that listening is the best gift you can give one. Listening. Just imagine you are popped to your boss office, and maybe serving a newspaper, and he's perusing, looking for maybe games and all news and politics, and you are here and it tells you, okay, say what you have come for. And it's peace here. You feel so much offended because this one is telling you, this is an unfaithful communication. He's telling you he's not interested with you. And you ask, but boss, are you listening? What are the years? What is the work of the years? These are not toys. You continue, speak up. You feel so bad. So we are going to see how to listen and how to control our anger. Let us read Proverbs 12:16, which says, a fool sows his annoyance at once. A fool sows his annoyance at once. But what about a prudent man? 12:16, it reads, every prudent man dealeth with knowledge, but a fool laid open is folly. Is folly. Who has a different translation? I want like the Good News, New Living. Who has that one? You can read from that one. Because the one I have, New American Standard Bible, is the same as New King James Version. So who has another version? You can read from where you are. Audience, you can read from where you are, and I can quote you. Proverbs 12:16, a different version. I want us to read a different version. We have a different version. What is you are saying? I'm saying people with the Bibles and you don't want to read. Read from there. I will amplify it from here. Elder, what is you are saying, Elder George?
The Bible says,
yes.
A fool shows his annoyance at once.
Uh-huh.
A prudent man overlooks an insult.
Exactly, that's what I wanted. That a fool shows his annoyance at once, but a prudent man does what?
Overlooks an insult.
Yes, you overlook. That brings me to example I gave you in the morning that when one abuses you, you donkey, don't you also reply? Ignore it because you are not a donkey. You know you are not a donkey. Why are you reacting? Don't react. You assume you are seeing a donkey and he's addressing a donkey and do your own business. Yeah. So when you show your annoyance at once, it is not me calling you like that. The Bible says you are a fool. Yes, you are a fool. And the devil has put this annoyance and anger. We are very quick to anger. Very quick. Why are you telling me like that? Who are you? Who are you? Do you know me? Do you know me? That's not a man who is saying, I'm pressing on the upward way. Where are you going? People are pressing on are people who communicate with love, who show God's love through communication. Yeah, who are cool, who are slow to anger, who are slow to show their annoyance at once. And we show it even in the church. How can you speak to me like that? Do you know, even though it is the Sabbath, I can deal with you. You. And even in the church. Yeah. Yeah. That's not the will of God. Let us control our anger. So now listening, I told you, is one, talking, communication, three components. One is talking, two, listening, three, self-control. Self-control. Like now, be slow to anger is self-control. So now, I told you when one is talking or speaking, the rest are quiet. You have to be orderly, quiet. And we take a lot of time, even in our meetings, because everybody wants to speak and because everybody doesn't listen. If we can listen, if it is an agenda, we listen, it comes on, and somebody says, okay, the chairman says the hand, can so and so speak? All of you are quiet, he speaks, okay, are you over here? Okay? And you will be done within a few minutes. So what makes our meetings to be prolonged is because we don't listen. This one is talking and you are also talking. Even the chairman asks, now how many meetings do we have here? so and so, can you continue with that meeting? I've stopped mine. No, I was, that's not an orderly way of communication. Let us be good listeners. And listening is the best gift you can give one. Listening, from the youngest to the oldest. Listening attentively. Now, I want to demonstrate. I don't know whether the system will allow me to demonstrate. If I come here, can I be captured? Yeah, so bring me that chair. 2 chairs. I want one person here to sit, because I want also, you in the church you are saying, I want also the viewers to see how we have to listen actively, attentively. And then I'm going also to demonstrate act interested. When you are listening, act interested. Listen actively, listen attentively, act interested. Those 3 things I want to demonstrate. One member can come here. Elder, you can come here. Elder, you can come here. Now pretend you are telling me something, and I'm listening. I would demonstrate the first one, poor way of listening. And then he will talk. I will show. And then I will show the correct one. Welcome. Now I'm the post in office, or I'm where, even in your house. He has come. And it's a feaster. How are you?
Okay.
Okay. Welcome. Okay. Yeah, continue. Tell me what you wanted. You said you wanted to see me, and I gave you an appointment, and you have come. Say what you wanted.
We want to learn about communication with you, and so that we can share that information with the members.
Okay.
And we also want to have your PowerPoint presentation to share.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's all?
That's all.
Okay. Okay, I will do that. I will address that one. Do you have anything more about?
Those were the most important.
Okay, the most important.
Yes.
Okay, you are done. Then I will do that one. I can do the post I can. This is the poorest method of listening. You see, I was just browsing my phone. I was not even maintaining eye contact. Eye contact is one way also of effective listening skills. You see, I was not even looking at him. I was looking at my phone. I understand. Even I was hanging my legs like this. Even the sitting was not okay. Let us now see the effective method of listening, even welcoming. We said you have to be warm and approachable. Now, because of Corona, I cannot shake the hand. How are you? Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to my office. Yes.
How are you?
I'm okay. How's the family?
Family is doing well.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you look very healthy, very nice. You are very smart, Elder.
We thank God.
Are you seeing positive communication that you talk good of a person? No saying, "Hi, Elder, you don't have a mirror in your house. Your tie is not straight." You know, somebody wants to collect something, but with a negative communication. You don't have a mirror in your house. Your tie, that's poor. So you see, I've started praising him. You know, he looks smart. He's fairly early. Okay, the family is okay.
Family is very much
We are
okay.
very okay also.
Yes.
Yeah, we are here.
So we thank God for your presence.
Yes.
And like you know, we are having a communication Sabbath.
Yes.
And we would like to know more about communication.
Okay.
And share verses about communication.
Okay. Okay.
And maybe get documentation that we can live with the church.
Okay.
Help the youth and the church leadership in
Okay.
improving communication.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it is by the glory of God. Actually, it's not me,
Yes.
but God.
Okay.
Yeah, if God has given me that talent of imparting knowledge to his people and doing something for his glory,
Right.
I will do it.
Okay.
And once I do it better, I glorify God's name.
We also enjoyed your music. We don't know whether you have recorded so that you can share that
Oh,
with us,
yes.
so that we can remain blessed.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, even you upload that one. By the way, during Corona time,
Yes,
you know, there was this, lockdown.
correct.
So I found myself in the house with my wife. I have children also.
Yes.
This music I sing with my children
Yes.
also, but they are not here. So now, eating and sitting, and we are musicians. We talked and said, why can't we start something
Yes.
and combine these songs and record? Luckily, in our church, we have somebody who knows to record.
Correct.
He's very well fast about recording and all that. So I asked that person, said, yes, Elder, I have nothing to do. In fact, this music we recorded in my house.
Oh, that is nice.
And we have recorded 3 volumes.
3 volumes.
One in English, 2 in the second one Swahili, the third one is in my Fenaki language, Kikisi.
Thank God.
And I have audio CDs for that.
Thank you.
Thank
you, and God bless you.
Amen.
Thank you.
So welcome, and I have loved also your church, Sabaki.
Okay.
Very good people. Have had good lunch. And the atmosphere is very friendly. You are friendly people, yes. Very hospitable. I think I'll call a name from here.
Thank you.
Yes.
God bless you.
Yeah. So, viewers, this is the effective way of listening. You see, I penned it down. When somebody is speaking, lean forward. Why do you lean forward? This means you are lending your ears. And then maintain eye contact. Why do I maintain eye contact? To show that I'm listening to him alone. Like the other one, you see, I was looking there and telling him, okay, talk, what do you want? But this one, I was straight away looking, maintaining eye contact. Why? If there is anything, if there is a story he's telling me, I can learn bitterness on his face, or I can learn joy. You know, we said 55% of our communication is through facial expression, body language. So maintain eye contact and sit attentively. You see, attentively is like this, not closing the legs, turning this way, going this way. No, you listen attentively. And then listening actively is active listening is an anifapal accompaniment. Like, okay, I see, that's active listening. Even if you are listening, don't listen like a tree, like this. The person is talking until he comes to ask you, but are you getting what I'm telling? You continue on. The last word was that when you reach the great wall, continue. That it kills communication. So listen actively. Actively listen. Okay, I see non-verbal accompaniment. Okay. If it's a sad story, oh sorry, don't. If it's a sad story, don't laugh. Somebody telling you, and you know, these thieves take him and beat me with their rungu, then you laugh. That rungu, how big was it? You would ask, you are laughing. You are laughing. Yeah? Laugh with those who are laughing, mourn with those who are mourning. So why do we listen actively? To motivate the speaker. And that tells the speaker that you are alive, you are listening. But when you listen quietly like this, you don't. Why do you act interested? Acting interested is saying, okay, tell me more. Tell me more. Now this person will now tell you more, and will feel that I've communicated. Somebody was interested. But you know, when you are doing your own business, somebody is talking, you are listening very quiet, you are not listening actively, you are not acting interested. Somebody is telling you a story, it's so jovial, and he was eager to meet Elder George, and I will tell George that story. And the George is not interested, so I feel so bad. So this is the effective way of listening. And when you listen actively, act interested, sit attentively. Yeah, put everything aside. Even if it is your house, somebody has come and you are eating something. No, put everything aside. Put off the TV, put off the radio. Listen to this person. If it is office, put off everything. Close your newspapers. Listen to this person. Even if you will not help that person, but he will go certify that the boss listened to me. Even if he did not help me, but he was very attentive. And you know, our communication to create love, to create friendship, and you will show God's love by your communication. But you are supposed, you are sitting there, somebody is coming, and you are here, you are looking, see there. What do you want? You are turning to your paper. Go on. Sorry, that one I cannot do it. You affect that person badly, because our communication is supposed to be a gift to that person. That even if you cannot do what he wanted, but you have given that person an opportunity to pour out what he had. And you have received that one with gladness. And we have seen a soft answer turns away anger. Then you answer politely, he will go saying, the boss listened to me so nicely. In fact, he stopped everything and listened to me attentively until I finished. Even though it did not help me, I was satisfied that he has given a man an opportunity to speak. That's very important. So viewers, that's how we listen actively, acting interested, and attentively. And if you have learned that listening is one of the best gifts you can give to another person. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we have seen that you can win many friends by listening. So in timing, we say to create the opportunity to convey something of importance. In timing, create an opportunity to convey something of importance. Timing. The one I gave you the verse of Proverbs 15:23 and 18 and 15:28. If you have something of importance to communicate, create an opportunity. Very important. Don't communicate something of importance in a casual manner. When you communicate in a casual manner, it is taken casually. For instance, maybe a wife wants to communicate to the husband something of importance, something very important. Don't communicate it casually. Casually brought, casually taken. So how do you create the opportunity? Maybe in the morning when he's going to work, tell him that Papa so and so, yes, please when you come back in the evening, I have something to tell you. Kindly give me that time. He will go, being troubled in the mind. What is this that my wife wants to tell me? And you know that's a booking, and you are booked. You are booked. So when he comes, he's eager to listen to that one. Maybe after getting a cup of Gucci, we tell you, okay, Mama John, here I am. I think you can tell me now. And then when you start telling that person, maybe you wanted something. Now start from the positive side. Because we say, communicate positively. Positive side, how do you start? Start from the good things he has done for you. Say, I'm very happy and proud of you as my husband. When I look in our house, I like that cover, see and the things I have. I feel a beloved wife, and I'm very happy with you as my husband. You know that one we saw that in Proverbs 17:22 says, a cheerful heart works as good as medicine. You are putting the medicine in his heart. You are softening his heart because you have started from the positive side. Yes, praising. And you say, look, even the clothing. I feel so proud even in the public that I'm your wife. Good dresses. By the way, you have made me to be what I am. And I'm very proud. You see me smiling. And you see even if we had some stresses, they has come down. But that's not what you wanted to tell. But you have started from the positive side. And then now you'll come to your point. You'll come to your point. I know the economy is not good, but I was requesting, women ministry, they have this outing, and I don't have that new uniform. So I was requesting that if you give me that uniform, I'll be very happy. If you can, I'm just requesting. You seem telling you, do you know where there's found where tomorrow we can go? Do you know where you can buy it? But we don't communicate like that. You wait for a small thing to bring some small quarrel. That's when you bring in your agendas. Even in me, whom am I? People don't see good things, by the way. That's the devil's blinded people. They don't see good things they have. They only see bad things. You know whom am I to you? Even the uniform of women ministry, me, I don't know, I will go without the uniform. Now that one will harden his mind. Yes, you will not get it, by the way, because you have started from calling. But also if you bring in a casual way, it's going to work. Hey, Papa John, I want that dress of women in ministry. I've heard. You just go. Because you have done it casually, you will take it casually. So timing in our communication is very important. Know when to speak, know when to keep quiet. Know which time to bring this one, which time not to bring it. Very important. So when you want to get something from somebody, I brought a couple as an example. Start from the postal side, poking. That's why you find in the government offices, because there is business, you don't pop in to see a deal like tomorrow or the other day you go, you will be asked, do you have an appointment? Because things which are dead there are things of importance, not your casual things. Did he tell you to come? Do you have a booking? No, sorry. He only sees people who have bookings. Why? Matters are dead there and matters of importance. So in our communication, when you have something of importance, please book. Create an opportunity to bring that one. And when you are starting to bring that one, don't go straight to it. Start from the positive side. Yeah. You know, I get surprised because people talk good of people when they have died. I've never seen in any funeral somebody saying, this man was a thief and he troubled, hey, you'll be finished. So you wish him to die. You say, this boy was a good boy. He grew up here. We saw him was a good boy. The rest I cannot say, but now we fear talking negative of people who have died. But we tell people negative things yearly, and that's when we dress even the corpses. Too good to somebody when he's listening, speak good to somebody when he's hearing. Yeah, don't speak evil. We are not 100% correct, and we are not 100% bad. It's 50-50. You cannot be perfect in all areas. We have weaknesses and we have strength. So use the strength part, because our God is a God of communication. Let us see also another thing which makes our communication to be effective. Another thing is that whenever you are communicating, take into account the total setting of your audience. Whenever you are communicating, take into account the total setting of your audience. What do I mean here? In your audience, you have a mixed class of people. You have PhD people there, you have professors there, and also you have people who never went to school. Your main purpose of communication is to be heard and to be understood. So whenever you are communicating to an audience like that, you know, if I'm called to speak to teachers, I know these are only teachers, educated people. But for example, you are in a church like this, all people of classes are in the church. So use languages, use a language which all people can meet you. So use a language of children can hear you, what you meant. Use another language for the middle, use another language for the upper. So all the audience will get you. Don't use a language for the upper, you leave others blank. Yeah. Because I'm a professor, I now start using vocabularies and I'm assuming I'm talking to professors. I'm not communicating. But what about that small person? And the main purpose is to be heard and to establish a relationship. So you find people complaining, I did not hear that person. No, he was using hard words and vocabularies. Never use vocabularies in your communication. Because why are you using vocabulary? You want people to get what you are talking. So consider total setting of your audience whenever you communicate. Two, let your actions support your communication. For example, you want a meeting to be convened by 9 a.m. in the morning, and you announce by 9 in the morning, the meeting will start, and you are coming at 10:30. And then your actions are not supporting your communication. Let your actions support your communication. Very important. Now, let us come to factors which affect communication. Factors which affect communication. Negative talk. Negative talk. Negative talk. Amekonda. Hii ndio nguo umefaa kucha kanisani. You know, there are people, and briefly I will touch about temperaments in communication. You know, there are people who doesn't like a certain color, and he's transferring his values to other people. He wants people so the color this person doesn't like, the more so it is like. So you find I'm wearing a red dress, and when I'm about to enter in the church, I say, "Hey, elder, you mean you can wear a red trouser? Elder, this one is not for church. Red? No. That's a negative talk. Yeah. If it is red is, my God, green. You mean green you can wear to church? Green. This is a dress you wear to market. It is not, by the way, it's not even fitting you. That's a negative talk. It kills communication. It kills communication. Negative talk. And people are dwelling there. People, when they look at you, they are not looking for good things. They want to look for a small mark. A small thought is what they capitalize on. So let us avoid negative talk. Yes, negative talk. Negative talk. Even in putting into our houses, let us be careful when we feast our friends in their houses. Leave everything the way you have seen it. Don't call it out. You know, we went to so and so's house. You see people in the church. Don't see people. Plastic cup is what we used to drink tea. Just a plastic, imagine so and so. You can't buy even a melamine. Plastic cup. Or you are in that house. Ladies, you know, because of temperaments, they like different colors. This lady is a temperament who likes yellow. And then you are going that, yellow? What impressed you with the yellow seats? Me, yellow I don't like. That's you. But this person likes yellow. There's a time we had this great wall of TVs, black and white. Somebody might be having it. And you go there, you are doing visitation. Yours is negative. Elder George. No. Somebody of you are standing by. You can't have a great wall. Black and white. No. You know, those are small things, but they hurt so much. And you think you are talking casually, but it is hurting so much. How is the sofa set of iron bars? Elder George, you mean you are using this whole, you know, outdated seats? No. It hurts. Negative talk. Negative talk. It hurts so much. So let us have positive communication. This negative communication hurts so much. Hurts so much. And then we have somebody we call the collector. This collector also is the one who cut you short. You are telling a story and then he comes in. It is not like that. If it is a husband who was telling a story, then the mama comes in and, no, it's not like that. And then she carries on the story. The husband looks and says, that's not what I intended to say. It brings shame. Yeah. Even if you know you are a colleague, amepotea kidogo, just leave it like that. It will not affect anything. Which kumukumbusha, but you know you forgot there. I wanted to chip in, but they saw it could not look nice. So such things affects communication. It affects communication. Yeah. Appreciation is another thing that you don't say thank you. Thank you. Let us learn, like men or husbands, let us learn to use this word, thank you. Thank you is very important. Thank you. And learn to say sorry. When the others are temperament, we does not say sorry. But all temperaments subjected to Christ, they are positive. Praise God. Yes, they are positive. So you find people say, me, I'm like that. No, Jesus is the unchangeable changer who changes the unchangeables. Once you receive Jesus Christ, it is not you, it's now Christ. He will change you. You learn to say sorry to your wife. And ladies, you learn to say sorry to your husband. Even though we have a temperament which is so difficult, but that temperament will be neutralized by Christ. Because Christ, we don't have a perfect temperament except Christ. Christ, the only perfect temperament. Other temperaments have their strengths and weaknesses. Okay, let us come briefly to see this temperament, how they communicate. I start with sanguine. I don't know others, they call it sanguine or what, sanguine. Sanguine, these are very jovial temperament. A sanguine person, you can know a sanguine person, the way he dresses and the way he communicates. They like very bright colored clothes and they are smart. And a sanguine, you can know a sanguine in a multitude of people is always at the center stage in communication. And he has a loud voice. That's sanguine, has a loud voice. And he likes teasing people. Whenever there is a sanguine, you find people laughing there. So this sanguine, he talks too much. The Bible tells us, don't talk too much. A sanguine, even in church here, you can know a sanguine from the feast as well, feasting, and you have given a chance to give the church. Sanguine will start with a chorus. To time, and you have given a chance to greet people. And the sanguine will start with the chorus. They waste time. Their weakness is that they waste time. Sanguine will start with the chorus, and the church will move the chorus. And then now, if he was with the family, we start with the youngest and say that one is Mary, and that one resembles my grandmother, and we will come to John, and this one is me. John is the same. Even if you can look, this one is John, and it will come. It wastes time. Sanguines waste time. So you must, if you have seen sanguine, make sure how to manage the sanguine. So when sanguine, they are communicating, they make noise. That's one thing. And sanguine, they talk so much. Stopping sanguine from talking is an offense. He feels so offended. Temperament is a need. So a need for sanguine is talking. The good thing of sanguine is very quick to say sorry. And he does not keep a grudge. They get annoyed so quickly and they forget so quickly. They don't keep a grudge. I always go to sanguine. So a sanguine's house, always you hear noise. Because if you put a sanguine and sanguine can marry, the problem is that house is noisy. Because the wife is talking, hey, and these are the people now who interject. You are telling a story and the sanguine wife comes, no, it's not like that. It was like, you go to the kitchen. So, but they are very good people. So we must also, temperaments are very, very important to know because now you know people, how do they communicate. Sanguine, they are communicators. They communicate. And a sanguine, if he comes to church, and you fail to notice a sanguine to give him a chance to greet people, sanguine will give himself a chance. When you have chance to come here to the pulpit, you hear somebody, happy Sabbath church, and you wonder who is that. I know the elder did not see me. I'm with the Maneno. I'm from Airport Few. They received greetings from Airport Few. And next week we'll be having you will go to stories now. That's a sanguine. Sanguine, they like popularity. They like popularity, and also they want to take credit. If there's a work done here, and sanguine was among them, even if he never put his hand exactly, but out there we say, I'm using what we have done. This has to have done this. And even he was not there, they like to take credit. But they are very good people. Their weakness of sanguine is that they talk too much. And also they exaggerate. A small thing like that, they can exaggerate. They can exaggerate. And if they are not properly trained, they can gossip. You cannot tell sanguine a secret and they keep quiet because their temperaments, they want to talk. They want, this and this, but don't say. So never tell a sanguine a secret. But you must know the sanguine, the need of that temperament is to communicate. Always they are in center stage. Always where there's a sanguine people surrounding. They are storytellers. Their weakness is that when it comes to pie, they are invasive pious. They pie even something which was not budgeted for. If it's a wife, when she goes to the market and maybe they were keeping school fees, she will buy everything. Agipita, if this one is good, she pies. They are invasive pious. Yeah, they are invasive pious. But they are good communicators. They make noise. They talk too much. So if you have a sanguine wife, no, that temperament talks much. But now Christ will come and put what? Control. We find there is listening, talking, and self-control. But now as a family, you must know if your wife or your husband is sanguine, he always tells his stories. He talks too much, so remind him to reduce. We come to another temperament we call choleric. Choleric in communication, this is a temperament, you will never say sorry. Choleric temperament. Whether it's a wife, a husband, or a child, and choleric, you will know this temperament by these features. They are very visual and bossy, very visual. They are not quick to speak. And when they speak, they are picking their words. They are born leaders. Choleric people, they are born leaders. Yeah, they are quick in making decisions, very quick in making decisions. They dislike sanguine because of too much talking with sanguine. They usually don't like with sanguine. You are making noise all the time. In meetings, those people are saying, "Jama, jama," those are sanguine because they talk. But choleric, they always keep quiet. And when they start talking, they are altars. They can convince everybody, anybody. Yeah, they speak. They have that power of convincing. Yeah, and they also like popularity. But unlike sanguine, if we deny a choleric chance to greet people, he will not stand and greet. No, he will wait. He will also find an opportunity to revenge back. Yes, they like revenging. Hata we atakuona mahali na kuassume. But sanguine, they are not like that. They will just stand up and speak. And sanguine, they don't. You differ with him now, the next hour you are together. Choleric, they will never say sorry. Choleric. And the choleric, they don't change their decisions. And the choleric, they dictate. They dictate. One word is enough. I've said. Have you listened? I've said. So you find that their communication has a lot of commanding. If you don't understand this temperament, you may differ because you may think his communication does not nurture love. But the choleric, which Jesus has changed, you'll find doing things, but this temperament does not change. You cannot change a temperament. You'll find in sometimes your choleric coming back. Yes. And a choleric will never hold a wife's hand. That they are working together like this. No. Sanguine can hold. Sanguine can carry even a baby. Sanguine can carry even a bag of a wife. But choleric, no. He's alone and the mama is carrying a children and a bag and you ask, he says, "Elder, you can't help your wife." She has not said. She has not requested. So this temperament also matters so much in our communication. Yeah, because the choleric is the one when you come, don't think it will be so much warm. Unless there are other temperaments. A person is not made up of one temperament. It's two or more. So you find the dominant is choleric, second one may be sanguine, that one is melancholy. You find this person balanced. It does not talk too much, again it's warm. But pure choleric around 75% and above is like a lion. So we also know that this temperament in communication may not show that warmth. So we must learn what temperament is this. How does this temperament communicate? Choleric will never tell the wife, I love you. No, that one, no. He shows by actions, by buying good things, by taking. And when a choleric takes a wife out, it's not as a sanguine, they eat even from the same plate. This one, no. He sits there, he orders your meals there, he's busy reading his newspaper, doing it, and he will ask, if you want, you can add. Okay, are you okay? That's a choleric. That's how he communicates his love. So you must know this temperament, the choleric. And when you see a sanguine, calling whatever for the wife, and they're eating together the same table, this one giving this one and this one, and you don't love me. Well, you go to him first. That's a choleric. So we must know how they communicate. It's very, very important to get this knowledge so that you don't feel that you are not loved. But that's how they choleric communicate. Their love is communicated through pleasing you, buying you good things. And when he goes wrong, he will never say sorry. Even if it is this church, he messes with the building. Don't expect choleric to stand here to say, church members, I'm very sorry. No, he will say, okay, you have seen what happened. And it is normal things to happen like this. But we build another one. But they are very good managers. And if you want any crusade, engage a choleric. They never fail in their projects. They never fail. They are known as the doer in the temperament category. The doer. Choleric will never fail anything. And they are self-sufficient. And they don't trust other people. A choleric was doing a project and has gotten a channel. He will stop everything. Wait until I come back. I'm waiting for a channel for 1 week. Stop everything. Even if it is a building, he will give the builders leave, workers. Go and also see your families. 1 week we are not working. He doesn't trust other people. He's self-sufficient. He trusts himself and doesn't change his decision. If he says this, so one thing, if your husband is a choleric, if your boss is a choleric, he likes people who humble themselves. Call them sir. You'll be the best worker. You'll be the best wife person. Sir, when they call you, you are there immediately. Yes, sir. Choleric doesn't want stiff-necked people. He calls you, like as I gave in the morning example, you are calling your wife, and instead of saying yes, she's keeping while and showing herself. Say, for choleric, that one, itself can trigger. I'm calling and you are not answering. So a choleric, to capture his mood, because you must gauge, just be humble. Yes, sir. Mama Mary, here I am, yes. For you now things will be okay. But you are twisting your neck. No. And this thing are happening with these people. Temperaments, they don't change so much. So we must know temperaments in relation with the communication. With the communication. But we say that the overall good temperament is Christ. Christ also modifies that. Modifies that. If you accept Christ as your personal savior, he changes that. And also the second temperament and the third temperament changes. We come to melancholy. Melancholy, this temperament, I'm talking about the positiveness of the temperaments. I'm not going to weaknesses. This temperament is the most sensitive temperament of the 4 temperaments. We have 4 temperaments. Very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. And it's the most clever temperament. They are born genius. This temperament is where we get doctors, engineers, scientists, mathematicians, architects. They come from that class of temperaments. It's a quiet temperament. They don't talk. They are very shy. This melancholy, if you know how to classify and differentiate temperaments, never give melancholy a chance to come and greet people. They are very shy. And they can assume you. You can hear, Elder Maneno, you can greet people, they can assume you are not talking to them and they're quiet. And you will be ashamed. They don't like standing in front of people. They don't like to be in public places. No. Even if he's a boss and maybe he had a meeting and he wanted to present something, he chooses his juniors and he gives an excuse that the boss is not feeling well. He has a cough and he has given him this privilege to table this one. And he's there, and he's saying he's sick, and he's not sick. But they are good planners, very good planners. At the background, they plan it very well, very well. They make good accountants. A melancholy sends you the 100 shillings. We demand a change of 1 shilling. Bring the change. Only 1 shilling. That's what I want to bring. They are very economical. Very economical. In church, these people, they make very good treasurers. Because in treasury, they are not intermingling with the people. Don't choose a melancholy to be, ushering people in. It's a cold temperament. They are not warm and very shy. Welcoming people, you say, welcome, welcome. But put some wings. How are you, sister? Come in. Oh, welcome to our church. Come, please sit here. How is home? Feel comfortable. Some wings, they are very good in welcoming. But this temperament is shy and cold. This is the temperament which suffers from depression. They change mood. Sometimes they are good, sometimes they are outgoing. In the morning, you left a wife, jovial, loving. When you come in the evening, what happened? Leave me alone. They change mood. Their mood swings, and they cry so easily. They cry so easily. So this temperament will not communicate the same as a sanguine or choleric. No. And this temperament, they hate somebody. These are the people who say, kila mtu na Mungu wake. Huyu sitamsamea. And we have only one God. We don't have a word for every person. But these people will never forgive. They keep a grudge. They keep a grudge. So in communication, they don't communicate so much. And it's very hard to preach this one. Because they are very inquisitive, very sensitive. Don't buy a dress for a melancholy wife. Husbands who are listening and sing. They don't. Utambeleka tano ndatembea tu kasote na atatoka atapata nguo. This one, no. Is there another shop? This one, no. If you are not patient, she will leave without buying a cloth. So don't buy for them. Don't. But sanguine, this is mine. Nice. Well, with the supper, this one is nice. Sanguine appreciate. Melancholy is a difficult temperament. Very difficult. But they are very clever. This is where you find, for teachers, this is a child you find, you are teaching and he's doing his own business. You listen, but he's listening. He's listening. Let's come to exam. It's number one. They're quiet, but very clever. Quiet. And usually, for young children who are melancholy, they like praying alone. They like to be alone. Even in praise, they make very few friends. They don't trust other people. And if it's your friend, you are the only friend. They don't like of your, mood changes, they are gloomy sometimes. So if this temperament is in a problem, they easily commit suicide. Yeah, they easily commit suicide, and they can kill themselves, like kill even the children. Sometimes they close themselves in the compound, and they are angry there. These temperaments, you take food, if you are not a close friend, they will return you with your food. Who told you want food? We have enough food here. So we must know in our communication how to different temperaments communicate. How do they communicate? This temperament is so much warm. So appreciate. How do we work with this temperament? Appreciate the person the way he is. And Jesus changes the weaknesses. Let us come to the last temperament. We call it phlegmatic. Phlegmatic. This is the easiest temperament to cope with. Phlegmatic. They are cool, calm, quiet, and easygoing. Phlegmatic. Cool, quiet, easygoing. They promote peace at all times. Phlegmatic can pay a fare for you with the thoughts are troubling you. They will ask, how much are you demanding? She must pay 50 shillings for this luggage. take. Leave that to mama, take. They will pay for you. They are very good imitators for peace. Yeah, they are good imitators for peace, and they take life so easy. They are staunch believers, they are Christians, and they don't get annoyed easily. I think James 1 verse 9 fits them so much. They are slow to anger. You provoke a phlegmatic, there's no any time a phlegmatic will provoke you. The former president, Kibaki, was a phlegmatic. Yes. Wacha wanitukane tu. Sisi tunaendelea. And they are slow. Parents, those who have phlegmatic children, you must understand them. They don't communicate so much like choleric and sanguine. No, but even their speech is slow. They are slow in everything, from eating, from speaking, from walking, everything there is slow. If a child of 10 years is the eldest, is a phlegmatic, you'll be walking to church like this. And the follower, that follower of 4 years is like this. He's like, then now we start pushing this child from the. You see, even the smallest, like, just go fast. No. You must understand this temperament. It's very slow. Even eating. Sanguines are here, they're eating very fast, and whatever. Sanguine, they eat fast and they don't waste time. This one is slowly. He will sleep angry. So even this temperament is good to know, even in your family, that this is a slow temperament. Put even a food side for him to eat slowly. He speaks slowly. He walks slowly. Everything is slowly. And this temperament is very peaceful. Buy anything for phlegmatic. He doesn't mind about the color. He doesn't mind. He appreciates. But there is one weakness. They are not changed by punishment. Even if you beat, they will not say, yes, I did. Yeah, very difficult. To accept mistakes, very difficult. Very difficult. This never. So they are not changed by punishment. You will change. But beating, and if you beat today, tomorrow, now that is SOP. You will steal sugar. When you come, you don't know you are stealing sugar. You find the child coming with a stick, a cane. What for? Beat me, I stolen sugar. So this is how they communicate. All these are for communication. But when we come to family life, this phlegmatic is very, very romantic. When we come to family life, that's family life. All these things, communication control is the pillar of everything. And when we come to family life about melancholy, this is the most faithful temperament. When we come to family life, it's very faithful, melancholy. Very faithful. It is a husband, because why is melancholy so faithful? If he goes to work, because he's very shy, does not mingle with many people, from work, home, work, weekends in the compound. And when they grow up as a youth, they don't engage other fun things, no. So we call it the pillar of a family, melancholy. They are the pillars of a family. Very faithful temperament. When we come to choleric in family circles, choleric is the most powerful, has high sexual drive, very powerful, has high sexual drive. That's how they communicate. Sanguine is the most adventurous in the areas of family life. You understand what I mean, family life. So all these things, knowledge we need to know, because all of them, they are communicating. So if you have a sanguine husband, accept him that he talks much, and that's how he. If you have a choleric husband, no, it's like that. That's how he communicates. If you have a melancholy husband or wife, that's how he is. And temperament don't change so much. We learn to work with those temperaments. And you go and examine families. You'll find a family, if one is sanguine, the other one is the cool temperament, either melancholy or phlegma, but God knew how to match them. And you know, this knowledge of temperament, not many people knows, not many people, but God matches. If you can match the families, if the wife is talkative, the husband is cool. Rarely you'll find both of them talkative. Of course, the other three temperaments can marry. Sanguine can marry another sanguine. Melancholy can marry another melancholy. Phlegmatic can marry another phlegmatic. But choleric and choleric, they will crash. We call it the crash temperament. Why? Choleric dominates all other these temperaments. It's a very powerful temperament. He has to dominate them. He's the leader. So when a choleric wife marries a choleric husband, that wedding will crash. Why? Each one wants to dominate the other. And therefore it's like iron knocking another iron. You will see sparks. So we call it the crash temperament. That's why I advise the youth, when you are courting, because I'm a counselor and I test the temperaments. Go for temperament test to know, but even those features you can know. You know, how does the melancholy and choleric court? Choleric, I told you, they don't hold hands. So even courting, sanguine, they are holding hands when they are courting. Choleric is not holding hands. And they don't talk so much. And they talk straight. I love you. Do you want to start a relationship? If you say no, that's the end. They don't pursue. It's not like a sanguine. You say, oh, you're... So you will know. When you are courting, you know. And the sanguine ladies, they are like that also. This temperament. They're like that. If they say yes, they mean yes. If they say no, you come next time. Well, what's wrong with you, person? I told you no. And those families, you find that the red is dominating. It's like, we call it in our language that amepatia kababa, you know, he has given a love charm. It's not a love charm, it's the temperament. If this temperament already is choleric and the husband is sanguine, the ready has to dominate sanguine temperament. So you find the ready is actually the organizer, is actually the one who knows everything in the family, is the one you can go and ask Ipang elder. Even this mamba yapa, uliza mama. That one is a choleric temperament. But choleric cannot marry another choleric. They differ. So these strong readers you see, you know, readers and you know, cholerics are readers. Those are choleric temperaments. And most of them, very rarely will you find they are with husbands, and unless the husbands were other temperaments. So communication brings us to many things in life. It's the pillar in life. Know your children, how they communicate, how even they do things. All this goes to communication. Yeah. That use the avenues we have learned since morning. Listen twice. Check the distance. Through communication. And communication is meant to solve problems, not to create problems. To create friends, not to create enemies. To nurture love and not destroy love. So let us truly we have seen men of God and women of God. People know us out there. In our villages, people know how we communicate. But when we are here, we are like angels. Praise God. Happy Sabbath. Can we be known in our praises as people of God from our houses to the church? Not only from the church, but there we are known differently because of our communication. And we see the communication is from dressing, how you talk, how you behave, how you listen, all that encompasses communication. So people will say you are a true Christian just through communication. You have not gained it. They don't know have a thermometer to gauge this one. But the gauge is through communication. How do you dress? How do you answer people? How do you relate? All that is communication. And those who communicate effectively, those are the people you find in the village. They are called even pastors. Even they are not pastors. Hey, that man of God. If somebody troubles you, even the community will say, no. What are you in mutu wa Mungu? But are we known like that in our homes? Because it is communication which communicates God's love to others. So if we don't communicate that love of God to others, people will not see God. They will not see God. They see ordinary people as them. And by the way, even sinners say, if Christianity is like so and so, I know who is saying is a Christian, then better I stay. Why? Because the way we communicate. We are good at church, but when we go to the village, we are different. We are different. We are fighting in the marketplaces, and yet in church, we are good people. We are beating our wives in the house, and we are in church, we are good. We are beating our husbands in the house. They are not eating. And in church, praise God. And people know. People know you. Yes. And they question now, what's the business of Christianity, if this is Christianity? Viewers and members who are in the church, can we change our communication? Because communication is the pillar of everything. Good communication will bring good leadership, good harmony, love, and all that. Poor communication will bring the opposite. So if we can embrace good communication, then it is a remedy to everything, to chaos, to broken families, and things will be okay. Above all, can we allow Jesus to work in us, in our hearts, to change us? Because it's the unchangeable changer who changes the unchangeables. There's nothing Jesus has been defeated to change. Receive him, accept him to change you. And converse your sin by saying, I know I'm arrogant, and this is not your will. Change this arrogance, it will change you. God bless you so much. So I want to wind up by one song I call My Wife. We sing one song. I want to wind up with the song which says, I have the message. I don't know if I was to sing vernacular, but I think I have the message. Yeah. Or if you are not tired, I can give you 2 consecutive songs. We wind up. But let me sing the first one. Yeah?
And this temperament, when it starts from that condition, does it change any of the way?
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was to invite, in fact, this afternoon, I was to invite some questions. Yeah. We sing? Okay. Okay, let us sing. I will answer. I will have about 10 minutes or so for questions. I have the message, is the song. And this song is telling us that Jesus is coming very soon. Sorry. And the signs are very clear. COVID is one of the signs, something which has changed the whole world. So this message, I want you to take it to our friends, to your neighbors, tell them Jesus is coming. They need to come to him. I have.
Message, and the message is this: Jesus is coming soon. I have the message, and the message says, repent all your sins. I have the message, and the message is this: Jesus is coming soon. I have the message, and the message says, repent all your sins. Take it to the people, carry it to your friends, pass it to your neighbors. Tell them Jesus is coming. Take it to the people. Carry it to your friends. Pass it to your neighbors. Tell them Jesus is coming. Many people in this world are engaged in personal things. Others are busy looking for money. Others busy doing evil. God is looking for the messenger to take his word to them. Many people in this world are engaged in personal things. Others are busy looking for money. Others busy doing evil. God is looking for the messenger to take his word to them. Take it to the people. Carry it to your friends. Pass it to your neighbors. Tell them Jesus is coming. Take it to the people. Carry it to your friends. Pass it to your neighbors. Tell them Jesus is coming. Take this message to the people. Carry to your friends. Pass it to your neighbors. Tell them Jesus is coming. Take this message to the people. Carry to your friends. Pass it to your neighbors. Tell them Jesus is coming. Take it to the people. Carry it to your friends. Pass it to your neighbors. Tell them Jesus is coming. Take it to the people. Carry it to your friends. Pass it to your neighbors. Tell them Jesus is coming.